48-hour general strike called by JSC of Ratan cripples life in the valley. JSC LPS to hold People's Convention on the draft bill to protect indigenous people on August 21. An ST demand committee asked government to discuss its demand in the upcoming session of the Assembly. Hello and welcome to Impact News. You are watching Prime Time English News. I am Tensubam Ranita with the top stories and latest news at this hour. The 48-hour general strike called by the JSC of Khomdram Ratan, which began from last midnight, has paralyzed the life in the state. All the commercial establishments, including Sanakeithel, Pauna Bazaar, Thangal Bazaar and educational institutions remain closed in Greater Imphal, while government offices recorded low attendance. Except for emergency and essential services, both private and commercial vehicles remain off the road. General strike supporters block roads in various places by placing logs and tree branches. In Imphal East, Band supporters block roads at Khurai Haikrumakong, Khurai Konsam Laikai and Wanghai Ayangpali Road. Police blocked the Singzamay Bridge by barricading the bridge with barbed wires with heavy security deployment in the area. On the other hand, JSC has condemned heavy security deployment, saying it has caused inconveniences to the people. JSC has called for the strike against the arrest of Khomdram Ratan. JSC members allege that many, including girl students, were injured during the arrest of Khomdram Ratan on Wednesday night.
अखोई जेसी साइड तगी पुंग निफु निपांगी बन गौजबदा तसेंगना हारगदी धर्म कर्म गा मरी लेनबसिंगदी अखोईदी थादोकसगे हाइना तौबनी अदुबु मणिपुर गवर्नमेंट गी मथोंग मरम खंगदबा थवोंग असि ngasi sum imang do le maramdi hauji hauji makta singjamai thongda kanagomba ama phawba lanba yadabagi mongda thingjinduna thambire asigumlaba mong marin tadaba thawongsi khoina tawjariba bansi wahan thokle hanbidre haina manipur government na tawriba mongse yaningde haina akhoi gi jesi gi side gi haijaning pidi dharma karma ga mari leinabase salhan zabani adubu makhoidi pura puri thingjillaga lambi si kanagombi amata chatpa yadana bagi damakta thingjala thame.
The first day of the 48-hour general strike also hit life in Palel. Members of Chingtam Apunban Loop and Palem blocked roads and shut the shops in support of the Band. Palel Bazaar and other business establishments remain closed today. Chingtam Apunban Nupi Loop, Palel and Palem said they will support the agitation of the JC LPS. Women of Wabugai also came out in support of the general strike. Women in large number came out and blocked the road at Wabugai Kaithel. However, the essential and emergency services were relaxed during the strike. Volunteers of Apunba Nupi, Khunai Kanba Loop, Bisnu Naha Awang Laikai, Pukri Achauba Laikai blocked the roads in Yaripok Bazaar in support of the 48-hour general strike called by the GSC. All the shops in the bazaar remain closed. A People's Convention to discuss the new draft bill to save indigenous people will be held on the 21st of this month. JSC LPS warned the government of an unprecedented form of agitation if the government passes a bill which differs from the public opinion. Speaking to media persons at JCLPS office, convener BK Moirangcha said the resolution taken at the People's Convention will be submitted to the government as there are many differences and loopholes in the new draft bill. He appealed to the public to take part in the convention and also asked to organize sit-ins tomorrow. He also condemned the arrest of Khomdram Ratan from Kaisampat by the police while taking part in the relay hunger strike.
Government assembly bill che masidi 80% hollow in laire adubu layu madugi apu mayam singado aikoina sungsoi soidana aikoi people convention asida mayam da aikoina putolagani adu loinana sigumba People Convention sida aikoina warepsi lawro matungda athu matamda aikoi tang kumari asi nangnaba aikoina aikoi JCLPS ki oiba aikoina semgadaba miyamna yanagadaba aduma bill se government aikoina soidana koi pisan gani government ga koi ga karigumba da yangadaba karigumba leiba taragadi JCLPS ki oina makha tarapada tongan ba kan ba koi kongjang kaya sangchang ngam gi damakta koi sem sa ba chu loi
12 Assam rifles posted at Khuding Tapi checkpost yesterday seized 26 grams of brown sugar and 5,922 YW tablets from Akun Holal, 36 years, son of Pangin from Charachampur, while checking vehicles coming from More. Sources said the drugs were concealed in a Maruti Eco van bearing registration number MN012942. The relay hunger strike demanding inclusion of Meitei in scheduled tribe list has entered the 13th day today. Coordinating body Scheduled Tribe Demand Committee organized the relay hunger strike at Wal United Youth Club, Wanghai Angom Lekai in Imphal East. Representatives of Sanamahi, Inat Lining, Loina Silon, Apunbalop, Wanghai Angom Lekai, Meira Paibi took part in the relay hunger strike. Speaking to media persons, convener of the coordinating committee, Mutum Churamani, appealed to the government to discuss a demand for inclusion of Meitei in the scheduled tribe list in the upcoming assembly session and translate the points mentioned in the memorandum submitted to the government into actions. The committee will organize a mass rally on September 18 if their demands are not discussed in the assembly, and also appeal to all concerned not to call ban or strike on the day.
Haukiba megi tang kungani thoida iboyama sumanglila sanglenda phamgiba miyamgi oiba chouba mifamdo maduda lawkiba warep ama hana mangjongna aikhoi lakadoriba nongju mifam phawbagi manung sidaida cabinet na oigera assembly na oigera warep ama lobidana Ministry of Tribal Affairs ta mari leinaba center da thabidana schedule list ta atu matamda channanaba honabiu haiba wafamsi mamangda thamjakhre karigumba hairiba sibau manungda positive oiba response ama government gi side gi piraktaba taragadi koi makha taba mari leinaba issue jiga mari leinaba junction bayaba khongjang junction gani.
Let's take a small commercial break. We'll be back in a short while. Keep watching Impact News.
Special course Hauzaragani, Department of Agriculture and Directorate of Rural Development and Panchayati Raj ki Progress Assistant Village Level Worker Office Assistant cum Computer Operator LTC Village Extension Worker Field Assistant ki Special course Hauzaragani. Class Haubagi numit August ki tangani thoi nungthil gi pung 3 dagi pung 5 minute 9 faubani akupa marol gi damak Proactive Academic Wakatil Imphal da contact view. Forest Guard launabagi aiba changing idama special course Hauzaragani. General Knowledge English Maths and Sciences special emphasis pizagani August ki tangani thoi di class haugani class ki matam ayuki pung 3 makhai dagi mapan faubani akupa marol gi damak Proactive Academic Wakatil Imphal da contact view.
Welcome back. You're watching Primetime English News. Former Adhyaksha of Imphal East Zilla Parishad K. Tombi has appealed to the authority concerned to take necessary steps to choose a new Adhyaksha following the defeat of the incumbent Adhyaksha P. Bimula in a no-confidence motion. Speaking at a press meet held at Khurai, K. Tombi said 11 members of the Parishad raised a no-confidence motion on July 20 against P. Bimula. As per Manipur Panchayati Raj Act 1994, Adhyaksha should call for a special meeting within 7 days from the day no-confidence motion was raised. But P. Bimula took sick leave and avoided to hold a meeting. In the meantime, P. Bimula also tried to withdraw some funds. K. Tombi added that reminders were sent to Deputy Commissioner Imphal East on July 27 and August 5. CEO Imphal Leimaton on August 9 in an order set August 17 for voting. K. Tombi said P. Bimula lost the motion and members of the Zilla Parishad are ready to choose a new leader of the Parishad.
Adugumba Zilla Parishad special meeting aduda aikoi member taraga mathoina mikhal duda mai pakle haiduna aikoi returning officer masa yauna aikoi lauk thokiba ayaba pikiba government so koi proceeding thaba le jakre sin maram morkanda yam athu matamda numit 3 digi manungda koi deputy commissioner da aikoi masi notice ama mana pibiduna thokpiduna numit 3 digi manungda koi leader anobo leader ama khangadabani adakshagi adu matanza do athu matamda khalan binaba mani government athu bo order ma pibiu adu natragadi court satuna court ki mateng logjargani.
Former Adhyaksha of Imphal East Zilla Parishad K. Tombi also maintained that intervention of the voting by P. Bimula, claiming some members of the Parishad cannot exercise the voting rights as they were disqualified, is unfortunate and unparliamentary. The members were 15 Kairao Makting Zilla Parishad, Muhammad Abdul Salam, 18 Hilghat, Ziribam Zilla Parishad, Thaudam Ibomcha and 18 Boro Bekara, Ziribam Zila Parishad, Archana Das. Tombi said the disqualification order issued on the voting day without any prior information by the incumbent Adyaksha P. Bimola is unacceptable.
Board Kinumita Arona, Ayava Piraga Government Eki Matungina, Government Tolapa, Odagi notice Tola Matunda, Pota Ukrabani, Aduga, Bot Loy Kraba Matunda, Sumai disqualified or have said Koyaning, Maramaduna, my Pursakana, say the young Changbiraga, Sumatovio, Nakan Animaki, or Sumatovio, Nakana, the Michang Changiba, Aram the Sumhanba, Sumadal Alhanba, Sito Vigano, Lebak Miyangi, or Holakani.
Belladonna 200 was distributed to people in Ward number 4 of Wangjing Lamding Municipal Council to prevent spread of Japanese encephalitis. It may be mentioned that a boy has been confirmed of Japanese encephalitis in Wangjing Bazaar area. Councillor and ward member of the ward have taken the initiative to distribute Belladonna 200 with the help of CMO, DMO of Thawbal and MO in charge of Wangjing Primary Health Center. Takhelambam Irabod appealed to parents of differently abled children to send their wards to special schools meant for such children instead of keeping them at home. Irabod today distributed food items to the KP Mental School at Waikhong, Uyung Kuno, Thawbal on the third month observance of the death of his daughter Debina Takhelambam. 1 minute silence was observed in memory of Debina, following by floral tributes. Speakers at the observance appreciated KP Mental School and said the school is dedicated to helping the differently abled children of the state. The school suffers due to lack of infrastructure. Students of the school have won medals in sports competitions held for differently abled persons. School management is trying to introduce vocational course soon.
Kanaguma Mima Nadrabani Haidana Ikona Kali Basing Acha, Masi Apang by Ikogi Wakani, Apam Banuchiba Kalapa Mihoba Pami Basea, Iko is in a pop baby Base. Me of Harkani Tupkani Habi Wakanache Mogi Masadi Yaudraba, Matam Neighbor Kibita Moyache, no I do not labor, Adugumaba, Angang Sing Achida, and Apinto Janingi, Asigumaba Haib Angang Sing Acha, Yum the Tambiganu, Mapan the Putopire Haraga, Asiguma Center Sing Achida, Lehenbire Haraga, Makogi Nungaiba Mahawama, Hingbagi, Hagadopina Bibo is no Haidana, is all the show in a Nigeri.
The special issue of Indian film culture, Indian cinema, will be published on August 28 at the Mini Theatre of the National Film Archive of India in Pune. The 419-page collector's volumes will have articles by film critics and scholars from all over the country. An article by Meghachandra Kongbam of Manipur will be included in the coveted publication. Patriotic Writers Forum will observe this year's Manipuri Language Day tomorrow at 11 a.m. at Menzor Multipurpose Research Center and Unity Park, Khangabo. Patriotic Writers Forum in a press release appealed to all concerned not to hinder the movement of those who will come to take part in the occasion tomorrow, especially during the ongoing 48-hour general strike. Meanwhile, JSC of Ratan Khomram, which has called the 48-hour general strike of to exempt the people who are taking part in the celebration of inclusion of Manipuri language in the 8th schedule of Indian Constitution from the purview of the general strike tomorrow. India has 47 million youth of secondary and higher secondary school going age out of school. According to a report by the Montreal-based UNESCO Institute for Statistics and Global Education Monitoring, the 47 million young men and women drop out of school by the 10th standard. Uttar Pradesh leads the ranking with 1.6 million out of school children, followed by Bihar and Rajasthan. IndiaSpan reported in June 2014 that an 18% increase in the population of young people aged between 15 to 24 in 2001 to 2011 has resulted in a comparable increase in the country's workforce. In July 2016, IndiaSpan reported that the number of boys enrolled in higher education has increased 13% and girls 21% since 2012 to 2013. It reported in November 2015 that the newly launched Scale Development Program courses require some minimum eligibility to enroll for training. Out of 29 programs that are part of the Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Vikas Yojana, Prime Minister's Skill Development Scheme, 5 require individuals who have passed grade 12 and 4 require education levels higher than grade 12. State Bank of India Board has approved merger of its 5 associate banks and Bharatiya Mahila Bank, which is set to create a global-sized bank with assets worth over rupees 37 lakh crore. The board also finalized the share swap ratio for 3 of the listed subsidiaries and Bharatiya Mahila Bank. The country's largest lender said in a regulatory filing, the board of directors approved the merger of State Bank of Bikaner and Jaipur, State Bank of Mysore, State Bank of Travancore and Bharatiya Mahila Bank. The merger will create a banking mammoth of global scale with a balance sheet of rupees 37 trillion or over 555 billion US, making it one of the top 50 global financial powerhouses. The merged entity will have 22,500 branches and 58,000 ATMs, serving a customer base of over 50 crore. SBI has close to 16,500 branches, including 191 foreign offices across 36 countries, while the 5 subsidiaries have nearly 6,000 branches. In sports, Sena Athletic Organization Kakching Trash Public Youth Club Kairak a 2 in the 26th league match of the 15 KSH Lehau Devi Memorial Super Division Football Tournament today. The tournament is organized by Kakching District Sport Association under the aegis of All Manipur Football Association from July 24, with 8 teams taking part. Uniform was distributed today to the football team of 11 Star Sporting Unit Akampat in Imphal East District. The team will participate in the MK Ghanendrajit Memorial Super Division League to be held under the aegis of Imphal East District Football Association from the 21st of this month.
Atopa lamdagi lagasu akoi 11 Star sanabigasu akoi Manipur gi manungdagi lagaga leminaba ngakne fi state dauni aduga aigi edi irakiyumni aigi lekaida sanabani ko full aigi pasagi ngakne natna ai sidagi sanarakanda isha phau gi natna akoi lekai akoi iramdam amadi akoi chenja chungriba sigi awamanje karina akoi bahe laman singdiram gadagi haibda akoi akoina topper lakba nadraga atop mathang tournament sine akoina success or kuma tamda akoi awaba loina mukhineba awaba tarada nungaiba mana akoi manahan budumaina manahan biramu habsima ai players inda akoi bijake.
Before we end, let's take a look at the headlines once again. 48-hour general strike called by JC of Ratan cripples life in the valley. JC LPS to hold People's Convention on the draft bill to protect indigenous people on August 21. An ST demand committee asked government to discuss its demand in the upcoming session of the Assembly.